Before I start the video, I would like to give a massive shout out to my Patreons who have been supporting my channel. If you would like to check out my Patreon and receive early access to some very exciting videos coming soon, then please click the link in the description below.
Hello and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video I am going to be talking about something very interesting, or a couple of things that are very interesting. One of them is a follow-up to one of the videos I did yesterday, because I've been uploading like crazy recently. There's been so much to talk about, there's been so much news, and there's a few updates that I want to be touching upon. But the first thing we are going to be talking about is, well, it's about the Daleks, because there's been a lot of controversies around the Daleks over the past few years. People have been saying they've been overused, that they're sick of them, that they want them to be redesigned, they want a lot of things different about the Daleks. And I've kind of been on the fence on it for a while, but I do admit it would be nice to see the Daleks at least get a redesign or take them in a new direction, because one thing I will say about the Chris Chibnall era that I enjoyed was that the Daleks were given something to do. The Moffat era did kind of drive them into the ground a little bit, in my opinion. I obviously welcome any other opinions, because I know there's plenty of people that did enjoy the Moffat era Dalek stories, and that is completely fine. I absolutely love that, and that's cool. But yeah, with the Chris Chibnall stuff, I did enjoy Resolution, because it was, you know, is a different sort of Dalek story. And then when we got to Revolution of the Daleks, okay, yeah, we've had the Dalek Civil War thing before, but I did still enjoy it somewhat. And then Eve of the Daleks was kind of like your time loop thing, which I thought was very interesting. But then when it came to the Power of the Doctor, I was like, okay, yeah, the Daleks are just being slung into a nostalgia fest, and they're suffering as a result. And it would have been nice to see the Daleks at least take centre stage in like a series finale or something like that, which we have had throughout the RTD era. Now, with Russell coming back, he's said that the Daleks are going to be taking a break. Now, let's have a look at this actual quote and what this could mean moving forward, and when will we see the Pepperpots re-emerge? Now, what has been said here, and this has again been put on Twitter by William Hu, and he's quoted RTD in saying, I think we've had a lot of the Daleks lately. I think they've been done a lot. People expected them every year now. I think they need a good pause. Hopefully some new enemies can become new classics, but it's always good to move on. And this was from an article with the Mirror where they were talking about the 60th anniversary, and I'm guessing this is where they interviewed Russell about a few things moving forward. So, what's going to happen with the Daleks then? I'm personally thinking that we won't be seeing the Daleks, obviously in the 60th specials, because we've got the Celestial Toymaker, we've got the Wrath Warriors, Beat the Meep, we've got some unknown villains in the Wild Blue Yonder. I can't see the Daleks fitting into that, so I think, yeah, the 60th specials are going to be their own thing. And then Series 14, I did expect the Daleks to return, unless this is all something to lower expectations, and then we get a surprise reveal that the Daleks are back, which I would love. I mean, they have had sort of surprise reveals in the past with Series 1 and 2, but even they were spoiled in Next Time trailers, so maybe Russell is trying to actually do a surprise Dalek appearance. I would love that, I really would, and it would certainly drive home the shock value of having those villains come back. I would love that to be the case, but I think with the Daleks, they do need a bit of a break, so realistically, I would obviously love them to meet Ncuti, because obviously it's always electrifying to see the Doctor's first encounter with the Daleks. You know, when Jodie first met them in Resolution, Peter Capaldi in Into the Dalek, and then obviously Matt Smith in Victory of the Daleks. You know, whatever you think of the episode, it's still really cool to look back on when a certain Doctor met a Dalek, and I would love to see that happen again. And I think the most realistic way to do a break is obviously you don't have them in the 60th celebrations, you don't have them in Series 14, but then in Series 15, which we already know is filming, we can have them reappear with a brand new design, which we already know that Russell is doing a redesign, so have them front and centre of Series 15 in the finale is a big threat, and even then, you don't announce at the back, just bring them back front and centre, and they are coming home. Imagine a 3-part finale, and at the end of the first part, we get the reveal of the Daleks, and then imagine Doctor Who magazine all over the socials, the Daleks are back front and centre, Radio Times, boom, boom, boom. Because we have seen with certain magazines like SFX that there are NDAs that are being signed now where they can't show certain things up until the day before. So imagine that, but with the Daleks being revealed on the front cover, that would be insane. I would love that. I really would. So who knows what could happen. Again, the Daleks do, in my opinion, deserve a little bit of a break, just so we can get some new monsters and even have some other returning monsters that haven't returned in a while, like the Autons maybe, or maybe the Silurians or something like that. Who knows? But let's look at another bit of news now. This is an update on the missing episode thing. And now, I've got to say, I was really hyped yesterday when it came to the fact that a missing episode had been found, or a couple of it had been found. And it looks like there's been a little bit of miscommunication. So let's have a look at what's been said. So thank you to the Doctor Who division on Twitter. They've provided a further update to the Doctor Who missing episode situation, and a statement has been provided by John Franklin via someone else. And he states that the Guardian's website article is a misrepresentation with misquotes, and he knows very little about Doctor Who. So in the statement, he says, sadly this article is a misrepresentation of the conversation between myself and the journalist and most unhelpful. I've asked for it to be removed. I reiterate, 90% of the conversation with the journalist was orientated to film is fabulous and issues facing film collectors with vulnerable collections. It is clear that these issues do not appear in the article. What a pity. If I knew the article was to be completely orientated to Doctor Who, about which I know very little, I'd have referred to the journalist to Paul Finez. Again, very, very sorry if I've mispronounced that, as was the case with the journalist from The Independent, who have also contacted us for comment. Please do not place any emphasis on the content. The misquotes are glaring. I sincerely hope that this does not affect the Film is Fabulous initiative. So, a bit of a dodgy thing there by the Guardian. Yeah, let's talk about this one as well. So yeah, it's a shame that this seems to be an error, because it would have been so lovely to have, after 10 years, a new Doctor Who episode has been found. That would have been amazing. Imagine the Daleks master plan, or I don't know, yeah, it's something, some obscure sort of Marco Polo, for example. That would have been amazing. I would have been jumping for joy for whatever it was, because it's lost media at the end of the day. But I do hope that even if it's not Doctor Who, whatever it is, does get to see the light of day, because I absolutely love film and television, and it would be amazing to see things that were once lost brought back again, because that's the power of technology these days. Once you got something, you can preserve it. But back then, unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and it would have been lovely to have, you know, something like Doctor Who brought back with, you know, certain episodes which are no longer here. It would have been insane. But again, unfortunately, that's not the case, and hopefully, you know, the Guardian remove that article, because it got a lot of people excited, including myself. You know, and I think it's just a shame. You know, we're in the 60th anniversary month now. Doctor Who was celebrating his 60th birthday, and that happened. Well, it is unfortunate, but hey, I remain somewhat hopeful that more will be found. But I think as time goes on, it's getting less likely that the entire back catalogue will be restored. I do think the future of missing episodes does depend on animations and stuff like that, and other forms of reconstruction. But I don't think any of the original footage, or at least a lot of it, will ever be found. I'm banking on at least 1 or 2 parts from a random serial, but apart from that, I don't think we'll be getting anything else. But that's just me speculating. I am going to wrap up this video here. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content, as I am trying to reach 6,000 subscribers, which I would love to reach by the end of the year. We've been gaining a lot of momentum on the channel recently, especially heading towards the new Doctor Who episodes. So please share this channel with friends, people that want to get into Doctor Who or are into Doctor Who, because I'm trying to keep people up to date and get a good community going, because I want to have a conversation with you all and talk about the new episodes and stuff like that, and leave a comment as well. What do you think about the Daleks taking a break? Do you think it's true? Do you think they'll still appear in Series 14 or the 60th anniversary? Or do you think they're going to be kept for Series 15 or maybe even Series 16? But yeah, I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for all the support. Take care. Love you all, and peace.